Good morning. Oh, fuck, I'm tired. It's gonna take me a minute to get into the groove of it. Probably shouldn't even be playing yet. Fix your posture, Summers. I don't know how to do that with... Oh, here we go. I wish there was a way that has... The boom has, like, a long back. I wish there was a way to, like, push it through so that I could have more extension on this thing. Can I do that? I don't think so. This is at least something. It's like... Oh! What? That's great for my vocals. You get all that mucus flowing through my fucking goodies. Alright, what were we doing? I think we were midway in the trial. We had just stuck it to Von Karma or whatever. I feel like we can do some transparency on the text box. I feel like that's a good idea. I don't know why. Reunion and Turnabout of Justice for All. PWAA. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Oh god. Cracking open a cold one. Alright. Phew, that was a close one. Oh god, I'm so snotty. What's that? I know you were giving your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty in the air. One second. I'm gonna turn down the music more. Let's see how far down we can go on this. I must be pronouncedly louder than the music. Felt like I was pretty close to dying myself when that woman literally brought a weapon into the courtroom. But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. It's not a trick. Yeah, thanks. Wait, tricked? That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hart. Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised to save me, bitch! If you lose, then me and my sis's ghost will come haunt you. Your sister? Oh, are you talking about Miss Mia? Yeah, do you remember her, Burley? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. My little shit, work with me here. Baba Booey. Court will now convene. Our court will now convene. Now the first order of... Ah! I don't want to hear it, old man. After I called my witness, sit there and watch quietly like a good little boy. Yes, sir. Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. I shouldn't witness the channeling. Witness your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. You're fucking me. Heart, you're fucking me right now. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know. Yowza! Name and occupation. I declare one tarnation. Hey, Judge, this here's a violence against my fair self. That's fine. That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip. Okay, I'm glad Lotta's here. Ah! There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. She's pouting. I haven't even given my name and job yet. The name's Lotta Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify. Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay? Witness testimony. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door and we heard a bang. We hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer broke down the door and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in that room. Well, her testimony's immediately wrong because there was 2 gunshots. And did you take a picture of the scene? Or did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder? Reckon course. The fuck does reckon course? Reckon course. It's short for you reckon. Of course I did. Ah! Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your pictures to the court. The moment of truth. What will be in the picture? Let's see here. Here's the picture. Ooh, rough stuff. But she's on the wrong side of the room. And very far away. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I will clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. That's correct. The bang, we hear the gunshot. There was 2 gunshots. Was it really a gunshot? Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. I mean, yeah. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. So why are we listening to the defense testify? And the world becomes just a little crueler. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know, and I'd tell you it was a gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Lotta seems awfully confident in her testimony. I don't think I should press here, it's pretty obvious. Lotta, please think back to that day one more time. What you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into that room? Yeah, Maya was at the back of the room. I was murdered. Click. Lotta, at a time like this, times like this are perfect for snapshot shots. But anyways, what's going on with this gal? Is she Maya? When you saw the murder at the time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not, or, am I correct? Well, you see. Order, Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony. Nobody's ever given accurate testimony. Yeah, sorry. Good. Things shift back to my side. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those 2 entered the channeling chamber. When they entered. One of the people that entered the channeling chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in. Looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey. Exactly. Rats, and I'm trapped like one again. Oh, you can't know that. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure I am. Sorry. She said, I'm absolutely certain there was nobody else in that room but those 2. Sure I am, but that old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch, does she mean Morgan Fey? But there was no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really nobody else in there? What about behind the folding screen? Rec given? Huh? Rec given, you know. You reckon? That's a given. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way somebody's hanging out behind the folding screen. If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. What, you got a problem? Rec given, I mean, I'm having a little Rec given? I mean, I'm having a little difficulty understanding you. If you'd stop... Ah! Now then, Mr. Phoenix, do you have a problem with the testimony or don't you? I don't think I could have broken down the door. I think that's why the key is important. I think the door was unlocked, which it shouldn't have been. So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke down the door? Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down. Sorry, why does this feel like an inquisition? No need for apologizing, that was great. You're a real man. Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see. Judge? The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And what did you do when you broke in? What could I present here? The picture, I don't see how that could contradict. Let me push on something. I think I've pushed on everything. Did I push on this? No, I've already done this. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. Damn, these are getting kind of difficult. I just don't understand what the game wants me to do. See, this is what I was saying the whole time. Like, I think it's the ant, and I think it's because she's trying to elevate Pearl. But I don't know how to prove that. Or it could be the ditzy redhead. But that would be the obvious one. What do you want me to do? Maybe I should ask a different one. One second. Let me ask a different one other than behind the folding screen in there. Behind the door, under the floor. Ooh, behind the door could be. Under the flooring is the only place she couldn't see. I ain't no ignoramus to make it out here. Oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, me? Under the flooring? Come on, a bug couldn't even crawl to that. Sorry to disappoint, but there's no secret passage under the flooring. Okay, let me try behind the door as well. I feel like that's the only place that I'm not, like, got something going with. What do I look like to you? I wasn't born yesterday, you know? First off, the one that bust open that door was you. With the way you slammed the door, anyone standing behind it would have had more face and less nose, free charge. In any case, there was no one standing behind the door. Okay, so none of those. But then what am I missing? We were waiting outside the door, and then we heard the bang. Mr. Lawyer broke the door down, and we rushed into the room. Inside, the dead victim and the defendant were waving the door around. I feel like I don't know. What am I missing? Is it the key? Nope, the music didn't stop. Look, Your Honor, this statement contradicts the evidence. Why, yes, Your Honor, just give me one moment to look at my notes. My defense strategy notes here that I have. What? The fuck? It says it to do the one that I already did. No wonder I was at a loss. Oh, fuck. It says it's the folding screen thing, which is what I said at the beginning. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I'm so bad at navigating these text boxes. Behind the folding screen. Wreck given. We get whipped. Our story adds up. What's where it says? Yeah, so what am I missing? It says press on the fourth statement. I've already done that. Yeah, I've already done this. Oh, it says press on all of Lotta's statements. Have I not done every single one? I feel like I have. Okay, one second. I'm just going to speed through this. Blah, 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 blah. Is there a statement that I didn't press on yet? I'm just going to press on them back to back. See if there's something we can do here. Right given. Sorry, speeding through. I feel like I've done all these. What do you want from me? Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay. I know I did the first one already. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do if I just let this go? What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move here, the judge I'll have the judge against me. If there's anything, is there anything I can present that would prove that it's not Maya in the photo? I don't think so. What the fuck could I present? I don't think so. Well, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove that this is not Maya Fey. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough. Is this it? Is that all I could do? I think it's quite obvious that this court is on the verdict of... that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally impossible. 100% impossible. Miss Von Carver, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning would not be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? I couldn't protect Maya. The defense. The defense. Phoenix. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer's someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. This is Ghost Mia. Oh God, Pearl? Don't MILF up, Pearl. That makes me uncomfortable. Hi, Mia. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? But Pearls. Her clothes are a bit small. Anyways, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully one more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? No. Dr. Gray. Click. There's another photo. Yeah, she took 2 photos. I was murdered. What? Click. Yeah, there was a second photo that's not being shown. Now then, this court would like to end cross-examination. Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. Well, I guess I lose. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination... Dude, we already went through this last time. It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. And what better time for you to see that than this? But, I mean, I have some place I was going after. All right, I'll allow it. Jesus Christ, Mr. Hart. Miss Hart, hurry up and give us another testimony. Well, hell, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more. What happened when you burst into the channeling chamber? Okay, you got it. So you got through to the judge. All right. When we broke in, all I could really focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at that. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to take my camera and take a shot. You took 2 shots, young lady. Show me the second picture. So I'll push on 2 of those. The first one, about how she could only focus on Maya. So what did she look like? You know, she looked almost like a different person. The different person? She may have seemed like a different person, however, she was still Maya Fey. We've already made that point abundantly clear. Yes, that is true. Well, what happened, Miss Hart? Anything else? But I still managed to take my camera and take a shot at Maya. 2, right? Yes. 2 what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only one has been submitted in... Yes, Judge, that's what I'm saying. Miss Hart, where's the other picture you've been withholding? No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. Then where's the other picture you haven't shown? Well, ain't it obvious? The prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. Oh, what? Von Karma? Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence? Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this, you're as bad as your father. Oh, should I confront? I feel like I should confront. If I've already beaten her dad in the last game. Well, yes. Ah! Sorry, Phoenix said holds Von Karma in contempt of court, and he went sure that she whipped him. Me? In contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? I'm so angry I lost my composure. I guess I shouldn't have pushed her. Von Karma, would you like to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it. That is all. How could you think that? The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth to submit this as evidence. More trouble than it's worth? How could you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. Alright, let's see what the differences are. That's just not Maya. I guess that's the nurse's face. What am I looking at here? What is this picture? It's obviously that the second picture the witness took It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. I think the important part here is the person in the picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. I mean, it is. It's just her transformed into the nurse lady. What is the meaning of this? Unless, you know, I saw the nurse. I remember at the very beginning when the car crashed, there was a woman sitting outside the car. Is the nurse lady just not dead? She's like faked her death and has been waiting for like 10, what was it, like 14 years or something, or 10 years to get, or a year to get revenge. This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that person is not Maya? I'm pretty sure it's Maya. Let me look at it. Let me look it up. I want to know. Let me look. I'm scared. Oh, I guess I would just argue that it's not Maya Fey, like an insanity defense where like it was Maya's body, but she is not present, so she didn't do it. As you can plainly see, that person is not Maya Fey. Yeah, I see that. And it's not just her face, her whole body has taken on a different appearance. Like that child you have next to you that just busted out in the middle of the court processions. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Order, order, order. Well, yes, I believe you're correct, Miss Wright. Mr. Wright. The person who's inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey. Mia, we did it. You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry dessert, Phoenix. Take a good look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. Shh, she's smiling? I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that? I'm so confused. Your Honor, I'd like for you to take a look at this picture. Oh, how did you get that picture? This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitor room. This is Phoenix Wright and the defendant Maya Fey during his visit. Maya Fey, but isn't that a totally different person? Ah! She looks this way because she's obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. It's unbelievable that she can... Yet it is the truth. That Pearl is doing it right now in the courtroom, directly next to me. It's the same person as in the photo. Oh, God, guys. When Maya Fey is in the state, she can physically change into the person she's calling. Miss Von Karma. Miss Von Karma, a word, if I may. Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that picture cannot be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence. I'm just going... This is... Can we get a mistrial? What is she... From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been burned into the judge's mind forever. I don't even have a single witty line. Looks like we've been had. Yeah, but we can just... mistrial. This is what mistrials are for. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fey? If I give up here, the trial will end, but if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. In any case, is there a way I can prove this person isn't Maya Fey? Sure. Your Honor. Oh, the fire's returned to your eyes, I see. This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction. A contradiction? So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture, then earn your keep. What is so strange with this picture for the court? Oh, no. The hand was... Oh. Maybe it's this? Because she gave me her Magatama before? Or no, she gave me that at the courtroom. I don't know what the contradiction is. Is Maya in the room somewhere? I'm just gonna consult my defense notes. Oh, of course. Of course. I should have caught this one, actually. There's no bullet hole in the sleeve. Please direct your attention here to the sleeve, but there isn't anything odd about it. Exactly. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there? Ah! There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. In this case, it should be in the picture as well. Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. All right, we got the judge. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Just jumping the gun again, I see, Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of the incompetent fools. What do you mean? And what incompetent fools? If those fools at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. It's true, she technically didn't know. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to the case. I mean, that might be true. So far, she hasn't done too much that's, like, completely sketchy. Like, definitely not the greatest, but we're working on it. I see. She's lying through her teeth. I know it. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Francesca Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure the detective gets what's coming. Not Gumshoe. I'm sure there'll be a great gnashing of his teeth at his next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe. In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot. Got it. Your Honor, there's only one logical explanation. The shooter is someone else. Or the bullet hole was made later. The shooter is someone else. That's what I've been trying to prove, right? The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clear does not. There can only be one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What? Order, order, order. If the order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness. What the heck? Is there any way to ask this gal a favor? Be quiet. You were the one who said there was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear my whip will be the last thing you see. Look, sis, you're mighty scary. Why don't we say... I messed up that whole sentence. I swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see, now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately that all I want to do is cry? Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix. I can't believe that even Maya's calling me by my name. But I mean, how am I supposed to fucking prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around? That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from and where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this from a slightly different angle. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove either of these conditions were true... Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the chamber is... a third person had entered it? Your Honor, I would like to present some evidence. I have proof that there's somebody else in the room before the murder. I don't know if I have that evidence, boys. Oh, the key. Please take a good look at this. Okay, I've already seen it. Thank you. And what is the purpose of this item? Don't you see, Your Honor? I don't think you see. You actually see what you're doing. I think the court... Oh, that was wrong. Okay. Let me check my case notes. Let's see. Oh, I did it right. I just had to do that. Maya had left the room. Fuck. Okay, one second. Maya had left the room. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point. The defense can prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary will soon be. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Proof that the murderer, until the time of arrest of the defendant, had left the room. I was right. I just thought that the aunt went in with the key rather than Maya came out with the key. I've seen the key before. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant locked the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. The key's the only one of a kind after all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Ah, wait, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Yes, looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in there, the key should have been with her. Yes, I agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it? I got this present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the scene of the crime at the time. That's preposterous. To be fair, I got that for like the day after. This means Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No. 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 It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant? Is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, the key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma, how can this be? At this point, the defendant... A verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm a prodigy. I've never lost a case, and I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. Whack. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. That's enough. I would like to continue. If you'd like to continue, do so in the lobby. We will reconvene back on a date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Wow, that was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes, I feel like I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah, it's not like there's anyone else that could have done that. Nick, I know you were trying really hard and all, but I really don't ever remember leaving that room. So you're fucked. Your career is over and I'm going to jail. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into the room. Yeah, well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Is this how lawyers work? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're wrong, but I could probably convince them we're right. Yeah, I'm counting on you. I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly home back for me? Sure. All right, Pearl. All right, Pearls, you ready to go buy some tickets? A ticket? Poor thing, she's so sheltered. To be continued. Yeah, these are all cut up into like almost perfect 40-minute chunks. Okay. There's another little chunk for you. I'm just going to make a new video every 40-minute chunk, I guess. It makes sense. Okay, I love you. Hopefully, tell me if the sound is too quiet now or still not quiet enough. It's up to you. Okay, bye.